Alright guys, so I did a post asking whether you guys preferred full reviews or list videos around the AliExpress sales, and the majority of you said list videos. So despite me being in work, I thought I'd try and get something out. Always seems to be the case that I'm in work when the sale is on. A little bit annoying, but make the best of it. So I'm going to be doing a mixture of watches that I've actually reviewed, and then some that I just think look interesting. So with the ones I've reviewed, obviously I'll include bits of footage from the reviews, and also include the links to the full reviews down in the description as well, so you can check them out. So let's get right down into it. And the first stop, we've got this Addiesdive. So this is the one I've actually recently just reviewed, and it's actually the newer 1000-meter diver. So I've done a comparison with the previous one, and it isn't just a dial swap, so there is some good stuff with this, and it's a pretty good price at the moment as well. Obviously that's not the price, it's nowhere near £400, that's just silly. Don't know why they do that, but it is still a good price either way. So we've got the Miyota 8215 in this one. So we've got stainless steel, sapphire crystal, and then some interesting dimensions. That isn't exactly accurate, so check out the full review if you want to know what they all are. But the key one is obviously that 1000-meter wall resistance. But then the main draw with this is this dial. But they do actually have another one as well, this blue one. So as I say, I think it's a really impressive watch, and you're getting a lot of watch for your money. Next up, this is one I haven't reviewed, but I do think it's an interesting one. And it's from a brand I haven't checked out before either. So they do a few different versions. I think for me, I'd probably be going for this one. I do like they've used actual real pictures here, not just renders. And this bracelet does remind me quite a bit of the one on the San Martin watches. The one that I called like a chain link one, I think, as opposed to a bead to race. Definitely the same kind of style. And then one of the main things with this is the lume. So you can see it's quite different on the different ones, but this is what makes it interesting. It is actually 3D. So it is actually blocks of lume, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So that is pretty cool. And then we've got the usual kind of specs, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel, pretty decent dimensions, pretty interesting case as well. Do quite like that. Oh, there you go, there's a better look at that bracelet. And a better look at the lume as well. That is the main draw for this one, I think. It's just not something you see a lot often. Do quite like the way they've done that logo as well. And we've also got those blocks of lume in the actual hands too. So I might try and get one of these in. Next up, this is another one I've checked out. So obviously you know what this is homaging. No, it even says it there. It's the alpinist homage. So we've got the NH35, pretty decent specs. Again, these do vary slightly when I measured them. So check out the full review if you want to see what they are. And then you can see the 3 different versions you can get here. It is a little bit odd that they went with this kind of strap. As I say in the review, I'd have liked to have seen them just use a nice leather strap. But other than that, it's a great watch. And it is a good quality strap. Just I don't think it really suits the watch all that well though. Really good looking piece. Obviously not original. I definitely recommend that one. Next up, this is another one I haven't checked out, but I've checked out quite a few Bernys. I know people aren't keen on the name for obvious reasons, but they make some really nice watches. And this one is pretty interesting as well, because as well as having some different dials and straps, you've also got the option of sapphire or mineral. I quite like this one here. Definitely looks the most vibrant. The white, if you want it more classic. And then obviously you've got that gold kind of coloured one as well, more of a vintage look. Oh, that's good as well. The Miyota 9015. So that's not a movement Berny have really used before, I don't think. And it is a great movement, so that is nice to see. Quite large for a dress watch, so maybe one for guys who have got a slightly larger wrist, but you do still want a nice dress watch. They do look good. And we've also got a nice display case back too. And also you can see now there, the quick release on the strap. So I do like that they put a good quality strap in with that. And we've even got a little bit of lume. But I imagine that's probably not going to be very good. Toe congestion more than anything. Now there's a better look at the strap. And it is genuine leather. I do like that they've matched the buckle to the case finishing. An interesting one there. So getting onto a dress watch I have actually reviewed. That's this one here. I think this is pretty interesting. Not like anything else I've seen before. And it's really well made as well. So you may not know about that movement. I think I talk about that in the review if I remember correctly. So again, check out that if you want to see that in more detail. Nice dimensions though. More in keeping with the dress kind of style watch there. And then they do a few different versions of this. Yeah, you can see all the different ones there. So they have different hands and dials, depending on which one you go for. So the 1951, the 1952, and then there should be another one, I think. Yeah, the 1950 there. So you should be able to find one that you do like if you do like this kind of case style. And it's got a really interesting movement, which again, is probably one you've not seen very often. I just like all the little different details and different layers you get with this too. As I say, it's not like anything else I've checked out before. And if you're looking for a dress watch and you want something a bit different, I definitely recommend this. So the last watch I'm going to be showing you is something a little bit different. Not something I've actually seen on AliExpress before, in terms of watches anyway. And it's actually a pre-order one. Obviously you're going to know this brand, IXDAO. And again, we've got the Miyota 9015, and it's a 37mm on this. So you can see, it's actually talking about it being a pre-order, and it's going to be shipping in December. Pre-order might be a little bit funny for some people. They might not be willing to do that, but I imagine that's going to be the best price if you do want to pick one up. And again, there's some interesting stuff going on with the inspiration for the design. So it's talking about the armour there. So I do like that. It's a shame we don't have a real picture, just the render at the moment. So that's why I'm just including this as an interesting one. I can't really recommend it, obviously, because I've not seen actual pictures of it. But given the brand's previous watches, I think it's probably going to be pretty good. And there's some more dimensions there. I think it'll be an interesting one. Especially, I'm really interested to see what that dial actually looks like in reality. But let me know. Would you be pre-ordering a watch off AliExpress, especially for this kind of money? So hopefully this has been an alright video for you guys. Again, sorry for the audio. I am recording this in work at the moment. This is the best I can do. Try to mix it up a bit. I always try and include different watches in each one of these videos. Try not to repeat them too much. But if you do want to see all the other ones that I've done previously, I'll leave a link to the playlist at the end. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.